All right, so this is going to be part one. This is going to be a two-part video because part one, we've started way down there and we've covered all these cars. So we've covered probably 1,000 cars in part one. Part two, we've got to do the rest of this. So I'm thinking parts 1 and 2. So here we go. All right, guys, so this is going to be part 1, and so we'll get started. All right, so this ends part 1. We got part 2 coming up because I didn't want to make this so long that you guys got bored. So if you want, make sure you subscribe if you like it, and if you really like it, check out the next part 2. So it's going to be part 1 is this one, part 2 is the next one. 3. All right, guys, welcome back. We're at part 2, and we're up in the Poconos. Well, 3, 2. Okay, guys, part 2. We're up in the Lehigh Valley, and we are going to continue our view of all the classics here. This is a giant junkyard, as you can see, up in the mountains, Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania, towards the Poconos. We've covered all this part in part 1. So part 2 is going to be from here over. And so let's get started. Okay. So we've got an American Eagle there. We've got a couple, what is this? So this is a 3rd gen Camaro. 3rd gen Camaro, because it says Camaro right there. 3rd gen Camaro. Really cool 50s truck, panel truck for Sepos. I don't know what SEPOS stands for, but it's Sepos. And we've got 4-door, 75 Chevelle. Pretty cool pickup truck. Another big bodied convertible. I would say this is the second of the Camaros. Maybe it goes with the first Camaro. Look at that big old Mopar right there, 2-door. T-Bird. Is that a Triumph and an MG in front of it, or an MG with a Triumph? I don't know. One's an MG, one's a Triumph. And then we have, this is a Buick or an Olds. Got another T-Bird, another T-Bird. The Ford Maverick. By the way, this is a Ford Maverick. The truck that's coming out by Ford is also a Ford Maverick, but this is the original Ford Maverick. And as you can see, it has, oh, it says cannot open trunk. And yet, see, people lie because they say can't open trunk, and yet the trunk is open. I would erase that, but it's not my car. So there's number 1. See, it says number 1 in the window. Oh my God, another Corvair. So this is where all the other junkyards, I think, get their Corvair. They call up here and they say, we need a junk Corvair so we can start a junkyard. And then they get one from here, because that's like the 20th or 30th Corvair. All right. So what is this big 2-door? Is that a LeSabre? It's a Buick. T-Bird. That is a Buick Skylark. That is a Skylark. I think that's like a 67, maybe, or it's an Oldsmobile, but it looks definitely more like a Skylark to me, with a V6 in it. 1, 2, 3, yeah, V6. Anyway, AMC Matador. There's another 73 to 75. That's what the square lights to me. That's a 75 or a 77 Monte Carlo. So another rated beer truck from Yuengling. Wow, Guinness and Heineken. Somebody drank a lot of beer and then left all the... This is what happens when you drink a lot of beer. You don't just leave beer cans, you leave beer trucks. And that's a horse trailer or something. Pig trailer? Horse trailer? I don't know. Okay, moving on. Let's see. I love all these flowers. Hopefully I'm not walking through poison oak or something. Okay, so we've got the back of a Cadillac. We've got a, I don't know what that is. It's a Chevy. It's a Chevy Nova. Wow, that is not a Chevy Nova. Why they put a Chevy Nova back here? That's like that little Chevy Nova they came out with, like from Mexico or something. All right, so let's see. There's the back end of a Duster. So the front end looks good, just the back end's pretty gone. Couple Nissan 280Zs. Or are they 300Z? Looks like 280. A nice International Scout. Is that a Camaro or... Yeah, I would say that's a Camaro. Old Willie's Jeep. International Scout. Another Mopar. Yes, I'm skipping over naming the 50s cars because I have no clue what half of them are. But I know you guys do. Is that a Rolls Royce right there? That looks like that's a Rolls Royce. Huh. And that looks like a Jag. All right, cool step side pickup truck. A really cool panel van. I think that's a Volvo. That's definitely a Valiant. TR6 somebody got tired of working on. All right, we've got a Mopar, a Ford, Rolls Royce. All right, let's see if there's any emblems here in the Rolls Royce. Is there anything left that says Rolls Royce anywhere near this car? Because if it says Rolls Royce, I would like to get something that says Rolls Royce on it. Or the something. So let's take a look. And it looks like anything that said Rolls Royce on it has been picked clean. Which I would assume. I wouldn't even put it out here. Wouldn't have made it out here. I'd have taken the Rolls Royce emblems off and put them on a go-kart or something. That would have been cool. Like put the Rolls Royce emblems on your golf cart. That would be cool. All right, moving on. We've got, say that's a Mopar. Not sure, you guys would know. And old Cadillac, 60s Cadillac, the really small fins. Range Rover. So was this a race car? Moose Racing. It's a Buick. I'm wondering if some of these cars just come from the locally they just have a demolition derby with some of them, because it seems like that's what they have on there is the demolition derby stickers. All right. And as we come around the Comet that looks like it had an engine fire, another Opel right here. So I used to like those Opels. Like I said, poor man Corvettes when I was a kid. We didn't have the Porsche 944s and all until the 1980s. So in the 70s, if you wanted something that was like a Porsche or something that wasn't a Porsche and wasn't a Corvette, but was small and fun, those little Opels is what everybody had. Okay, a couple 50s cars there, or early 60s, I'm sorry. Early 60s. That's a 1980 something Mopar. Ford Maverick. Pontiac, I'm pretty sure it's a Pontiac. We got an old Ford pickup truck. So that's like late 60s, early 70s. I can't tell without looking at the front. Late 60s, early 70s. Another one of these old station wagons. A lot of them. Are they AMC? Are they Ramblers? I don't know. Nash? Can't tell. All right. So we got this big long stretch limo, which in the 80s was a cool thing. Except this one isn't anything except for a Ford. Like they just stretched a Ford like ex-police car into a limo. I don't get that one. Okay. And we've got, what is this? That looks like a Buick. Definitely a Buick. Is that a Buick Wildcat? I bet you it's a Buick Wildcat. I almost bought one of those, like back in like 1982. I was looking at one. Instead I went with the Chevelle. And there's your little Porsche 944 right there. And next to a couple 50s cars, this is a 67, 68 station wagon, Chevrolet station wagon. Something's for sale. I think it's all for sale, actually. And T-Bird with the T-tops on it. You don't see a lot of the T-Birds with T-tops. You don't really see the things with T-tops anymore, which I don't know why. I had a Corvette with T-tops. I had a Camaro with T-tops. I thought the T-top thing was pretty cool. Maybe for safety reasons they can't make them anymore. I don't know. Another Corvair back there. A couple fastbacks. Another Corvair. All right, we're done with the Corvairs. Snowplow Jeep. Or I'm sorry, Snowplow International. There's an old Jeep. Jeepster. I think that's a Jeepster right there. Ford 500. A couple more Ford Econoline vans. Another T-top T-Bird. And as we get back here, there's a Duster. I'm checking my shoes for ticks because I found a tick on my sock yesterday when I left. One of the places we were filming, I had a tick on my sock. Nope. Had a sock on my tick. Nope. Had, yeah, tick